Hi there, fans of the Joey podcast. Quick apology for Shane's audio in this one. I've no idea what he did, but something is wrong with his audio. It's pretty bad. So apologies. We're actually almost there, making it sound like a real podcast. So stick with us. Enjoy the show. No one is actually going to appreciate how much work we've just put in. However, how many people do we have listening to this podcast now?
Well, currently we have 0. That's because we pre-record, but probably at least 10.
Our moms and wives.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Joey podcast with 3 Joeys who think they're hot stuff. Oh, no one changed the intro from last week. Ah, okay. We'll roll with that.
Perfect. We're professionals, everybody. Don't worry, we know what we're doing.
We are not the first ones to do a mountain bike podcast, nor are we the second. But we're probably in the top 100.
A mountain bike podcast.
Wait, we've got to say mountain bike podcast because it can pick up what we're saying. It can pick up on the search engine through the sound in the video. So if we say mountain bike podcast over and over again,
this is where I remind you, Paul, we should be the Joey Mountain Bike Podcast so more people find us. But we're sticking with the Joey podcast.
It's officially now the Menton Bike Podcast.
the Menton bike.
Menton.
I don't know if that's a joke at me or a joke at Josh at this point.
Really both.
Okay. Today on the show, as ever, we have myself, who is Paul, the only English guy on this podcast. And then this is what Sheyn sounds like.
Oh, I have myself, Sheyn. Is that English?
That's an Australian. Josh sounds like this.
I'm as American as it gets. Beer, guns, and women.
Freedom!
Yeah!
I feel like that was a throwback to a very early one of our podcasts.
I'm sure it was, but probably wasn't me. But yeah, I'll stick with it.
No, it was, for sure. Okay. Anyway, and we are all mountain bike YouTubers. Link in the descriptions to all our channels, should you not know that. And yeah, this is our podcast, and it's going to start right now. And as ever, because we have such a fixed, rigid, professional structure, we're going to start with last week's comments.
It's last week's comments!
Oh, we've got a new jingle. Not as good as Joey of the Week, if I'm honest, Shane.
Well,
I don't know if that's a jingle or just like a note.
When you put me on the spot like that, I think of that executive meeting for Hot Pockets. You know, that whole thing.
Oh yeah.
Johnson is sleeping, and they're like, Johnson, what was your idea for the jingle? What? Hot Pocket. You asked me for a jingle. You get it on the spot.
Very good. Okay, these are current updates, Shane.
Yes, those are current. Last week's comments from Would You Rather.
Oh, perfect.
Yes.
Okay. Right, Shane, take us away.
Oh, okay.
This is your favorite segment.
Mr. MTB Go said, would you rather shark yourself on your podcast or ride a bike with a dropper sack?
What's a dropper sack?
I don't know.
I think that's I believe that is when you buy a plastic ball sack and put it on the back of your dropper post.
Oh, okay. But I definitely take the sack. For sure.
Well, I already did last week's sharding, so...
Okay, moving on.
Hey, Ken from AZ Dirt
good
Life.
old Ken.
He says, Josh, for the longest time, I thought you were wearing white socks. They were your legs. Actually, Ken, I find that very offensive. My legs are not white. They glow in the dark, and that is what I identify as. So you have to accept me for that. So.
He also continues to say that he will pay if Josh and Paul keep our shirts on. Oh. So I assume he actually wants to see Shane without his shirt on. So that's really nice.
Whoa! This is me.
And
I'm blinded.
Until I see the money, the shirt's coming off, boys. I'm just saying.
I'm blinded. Okay. Well, again, I will say I am running the whole... The pantless.
Oh my gosh.
just showing you the thigh. It is it's so hot, man.
Friendly content.
Oh, we'll keep our shirts on, but pants are off.
If we ever get merch, that is exactly what it should be.
And then on the back of that merch, we have another comment from our sponsor of the week, Mr. Stephen Beaven.
Oh, Stephen Beaven.
Yes, and he says that is exactly how you say his name. So he's happy to be the official sponsor. So thank you, Stephen Beaven. We will expect your check in the mail.
Yeah, I think our media value is roughly about $1,200 per episode. So, yeah, please make check payable to Paul Haysom, and also put not the others, especially.
Not the others.
I'm cool with that. Thanks, Stephen Beaven.
Yeah,
every time I say it, it just brings a smile to my face.
Okay. Well, now hold on. Scott McCoon has got a little bit too keen here and said the results of the YouTuber race, which I don't feel. Sheyn, don't look. You said you didn't want it to spoil.
I don't want to hear about it.
When I read this, I thought it was a legit prediction, but then I realized no. This is insider information to the max.
Yeah, this Scott chap has got very keen, and we'll have to talk about this in a little bit. But his statements are actually incorrect because my legs are no longer shaved. So,
yeah.
Spoilers. Mr.
Paul's legs
Scott
look like a woman who has not shaved their legs because it's wintertime. That's what they look like currently.
That's exactly it. Okay, one sec. It's happening again.
I can hear you.
You can hear me.
I mean, I can hear you echoing.
Yeah, Josh, can you hear me echoing?
No, but I don't think it would be mine.
No, okay. Hold on, leave a pause.
I hear myself echoing
Wait,
now.
Josh, leave a pause. Okay, that's good enough. It seems to just happen randomly, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay, we'll just carry on. Should we just ignore it?
Watch it be Paul's problem, and then he's the one who complains.
Well, it's clearly it's something wrong with OBS, clearly, but I don't really. And you could hear it on the audio, but maybe you shouldn't hear it on the audio this time because I'm not recording desktop audio, and no one else is recording desktop audio, are they?
Nope.
Nope.
Right back into it. Our friend, I can't remember how old he is, but he's a little shredder, Mr. One. What?
I was going to say, hey, 1MTV, I've gone and checked out some of this young chap's videos, and they're fantastic. They're very
awesome.
impressed.
They are.
A lot of people could learn a lot of things from this young chap.
And he edits his own videos. I asked him. So, yes, I am impressed. He chimes in, 1MTV, we're no longer friends. He says I'd pay to watch the Joey podcast, but I would pay to not see shirtless Sheyn. Come on.
That's what we're trying to get. Wait, was it? Or were we trying to pay so he'd take it off?
Oh, no, I think it was we're trying to get paid, and we realized if we threaten to take our shirts off, that's the quickest avenue for payment. So
That makes...
Yes.
Normally, that's the reverse in many situations.
Yeah.
But 1MTV is going to find out about that many years later in his life.
I hope his parents aren't checking his history.
Brennan Tuning's back again.
Brennan Tuning from Bellingham. I did it. I bought some 510 free riders and some good flat pedals. Everybody, just give a round of applause for Brennan.
Great stuff.
He said, the one thing that nobody told me and free riders, small bumps are not transmitted into my feet. Confidence level plus 150%. Climbs suck, though. I think climbs suck in general, Brennan.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know, I never thought about that whole small bump thing with the free riders.
I've never experienced that myself. Maybe he's just lucked out. Maybe he's just built up such strength from his trainers that he's now like in a new avenue of I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I think he bought the new Adidas versions of the 510s, and therefore they'll be wrecked in a week, but not feel small bump sensitivity. There you go, Brennan. Enjoy.
Okay.
Yes,
hey, we have a lot of comments. I feel like Sheyn, you should be a little bit more selective.
Ooh, all right, let's go. Mr. MTB God, he praises the farts have taken the podcast to a glorious level, and I agree.
That's actually MTB Go all over again.
MTB Fartcast, hashtags what he says.
It's MTB Go again, but the 4 seems to have gone next to it. Go, and it looks like God. I can see the mistake.
Yes, and then Mr. Jonathan Christie also says, why is the podcast called the Joey Podcast? are no baby kangaroos.
Thank you, Jake. Thank you for confirming what I've known the whole time. Appreciate you.
Yes.
What did he say? He just got a 29-inch short travel, took it to a bike park.
Oh, sorry. I was saying Jonathan. Jonathan is the one that I praise.
Because I see.
He is right. There's no baby kangaroos. I apologize, Jonathan. Jake, your comment is great as well. Don't forget that.
And Jake's comment was that he's just got a Giant Stance 29-inch short travel, and he took it to the bike park. He also rode a 27.5 hardtail there last year on the jump trails, and he didn't notice a difference between the big wheels and the smaller wheels. So, Josh, apparently you're not the only one, but I'm pretty sure that you do know the difference.
I would say me and Jake are in the same camp, and we don't know the difference, not because we're elitist, not because we're better than the rest, but because we just don't care, because we enjoy mountain biking. That's just why.
Very good. Very good.
All right.
Okay, what have we... Let's skip the Would You Rathers. But thank you very much, everyone. MTB Allen, recognize that name. Flatwoods MTB, Jake again. Fat Guy. Oh, we had some responses to the Would You Rathers set.
To our Would You Rathers. What were our Would You Rathers? Running without a saddle or running with running shoes, right?
Yeah, mine was going without a saddle, or was it running shoes?
Oh.
That's exactly what Sheyn just said.
I'm trying to... But when he said it, though, I was like, oh, that's good. Would I actually have said that? Am I smart?
Oh, that's brilliant.
Amazing.
Yeah, and most everyone said no saddles. Oh, except for one person, Fat Guy Mountain Biking, said, I would go for the running shoes. I used to always ride in soft-soled shoes bought from Walmart because the pins would grip like crazy but tear the shoe up. That's actually... that sounds like a good video, right? Like, are Walmart shoes better than 510s? Like, buy 5 pairs. Thank you.
Let me give you the quick answer. No, they're not.
Yeah, I agree.
And video made. It's this video. That's how we've made it. Okay.
Check. And then, Paul, what was yours? The no dropper post?
Oh, brakes reverse.
Or brakes reverse.
Or something. Or dropper post. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think most everybody would go with the swapped brakes, right? That's what they said.
That's crazy. There's no way. No way.
I would have no problem with reverse brakes. Test me.
There it is. Josh, we've done another challenge. You've got to go and swap your brakes now, and you've got to go and make the video. How hard is it to have swapped brakes?
How about this, Paul? For the next race, you and I compete against each other. I'll ride my hardtail with reversed brakes, and then we'll see who wins.
Okay, for the first time ever, I will take that bet down.
Oh man, Josh, I think your head is a little bit big.
Yeah, maybe a little. I
don't know why.
His confidence is greater than his skill level. There's a great music quote.
I don't think Sheyn has looked ahead at the results of the EWS race, but I don't think my head's that big.
Calm down. Okay, so. Oh wow, thank you very much to everyone's comments. Now, please, if you have done us the quality service of leaving us a comment, why not go and leave us a 5-star review on iTunes? Should you enjoy it, and also follow the podcast on Spotify. Those two things really help us move this along. Leave a like, tell a friend. Do all that stuff, and that's where a sponsor would read. But now it's time for everyone's favourite segment. You've been waiting 7 days for this.
Is it you? Is it you? Is it me? It's the Joey of the Week.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
As ever.
Wow.
I noted a little bit more of a punk flavour this time. No capo, just some power
enjoyed
chords.
it.
Yeah. I need to plug in my amp here. I don't know. I'm slacking.
1 week he's gonna raise his garage and have a full stage out there.
It's gonna happen. Well, okay. So Joey of the Week. Who? What? When? Aaron Gwynn? Is he still out? Aaron Gwynn?
Aaron Gwynn is still out. He's been doing nothing. He's probably been doing Joey stuff at home behind closed doors. Like
Instant Joey.
Yes, indeed.
Instant Joey.
Okay. Right, so should we do the listener nominations? This is just a call-in show now. Have you noticed? In a way of exciting comments, we've just changed what our show is now.
But you know what? Mountain bike call-in show, we need that, so I love it.
Oh, I do. I used to do it, but then I stopped. I don't know why. It was kind of fun.
True.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, good. Dave MTB. It's Dave MTB. Sorry.
It's Dave.
He said he would buy his first mountain bike, and he still hasn't. He's actually posting the comment while sat on a stationary bike.
What?
Hold on a minute. This is
depressing.
ridiculous.
Dave, you need to change your channel name.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, no.
It's
Wait,
it's
we need to
Dave,
unpack
stationary
it.
bike.
It's Dave, a stationary bike. I'm so confused. Like,
Yeah. I think a better name is actually It's Stationary Dave. Better.
but then people might think his channel is all about like pens and pieces of paper.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, based on what he's
Oh.
doing right now, that fits better than MTV. I'm just
And that's
saying, Dave.
true.
That
Is
would-
his name even Dave? It's probably not Dave. It's
Probably
not
not.
Dave. That's what
It's probably something like boring and like mundane, like pole.
He's a fraud. He's a fraud.
Thanks, Josh. The most American name of all time. Anyway, okay.
Guys, we need to encourage Dave. Dave, go get a mountain bike, experience the joy. Whether it's $100 or not, like go get one, dude. You're gonna love it.
Just go out there, buy yourself a Scott, link in my description somewhere, and just do that. That's what
Paul-
you should do.
Paul, remember, you're sponsored, but the podcast is not, so we cannot promote your sponsors until they sponsor the podcast.
Brought to you by Scott.
I can always rely on Shane to carry on with that meme.
Oh, our boy Mediocre Mountain Biker chimed in with his Joey of the Week moment. He broke rule number 1, and he did not take his PRD. And if you do not know what a PRD is, I've had the question because in my videos I say it's rule number 1. PRD is pre-ride dump. He broke it, tried to go on a ride, stomach cramps, the whole... You know, the thing is, when I ride without a PRD, you're getting jostled all over, you're wearing a pack around your stomach, a strap most likely.
Yeah.
So he had to try to make his way back to the car and make his way home. And if you've ever tried to make your way home in that situation, you're like in your seat, trying to be straight, pinching those cheeks. He did make his way home.
Groundhogging on the way home.
Yeah.
There's no jokes about that.
Yeah, he did make his way home. I think you'd probably be Joey of the Week if you didn't make it home.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which-
he probably wouldn't be
yes.
commenting if that did happen.
You know,
How many PRDs do you guys take? That's a great question.
Oh, Paul and I were talking about this. Paul, it's outrageous what Paul is able to do before a ride. Paul, let us know.
Impressive? Do you mean impressive?
No, outrageous. Like you need to get your colon checked.
For sure, I'm two before we can ride, and I'll manage that in the morning. If we're riding in the afternoon, I'll probably have done 3.
oh yeah, that makes sense.
What? No.
Well, okay, but if it's the afternoon, it's like really you're only taking 1 PRD because it's your pre-ride dump. It's just the one before.
No. I am as reliable as a 96 Toyota Camry. Once a day at 10 a.m. every day. That's it. That's all I need.
10 a.m. Is that so you don't have to do it at home and just use the toilet paper at work?
Yeah, well, 1, absolutely, because I'm cheap, but 2, because I drink a cup of coffee at 9, and then an hour later,
Oh,
ready
dude.
to go.
See, for me, it's right when I wake up, coffee, and then 10 minutes later. Coffee just hits me so quick. But before I ride, I like to at least get 1, but 2 if possible, because 2 is the sweet spot in gram velocity, which basically equates to upgrading your bike to a carbon bike.
Yeah, that's true. And I noticed ever since when I started training this year, that's when it all started. I used to be like you, Josh, 1 a day, old reliable, but then it just ramped up immediately. It was crazy.
I would say,
I just want to quickly say, sorry if you heard an insane noise just then. I think my neighbour might have finally started this engine that he's been trying to put together for about 4 weeks at the moment that we're recording this podcast. So what are you going to do, hey?
Perfect.
Anyway, okay.
proud of his neighbor. By the way, I always used to hear dump before you jump, so just keep that in mind. All right, Brian Vaughn left a great comment. He was a total Joey. Brian, I cannot relate to you in this matter, but when I read this, I thought, yeah, I could see myself doing that. He bought a new X01 chain, which are not cheap.
Ooh.
SRAM X01 chains are expensive.
Oh, dear.
And he said this is the second chain he bought for his bike, and he tends to take off his old chain, measure link by link, which is always the best way to go. But instead, he used one that he had laying around. It was like his spare one, and it was, what was it, or 4 lengths. No, it was 5 lengths shorter.
Oh.
So he accidentally chopped his chain 5 lengths shorter, which is pretty bad.
Oh, okay. Hold on. It's really picking up on my microphone. Give me a second. I've
Okay.
got to go and see what's going on.
He's really going out. Hey, John, I'm recording the Joey podcast. It's pretty famous. I'm pretty sure you've heard of it. Could you not start your engine at 8:41 p.m.? For us, it'd just be like, hey, dude, I've got a kid trying to sleep. We're trying to watch our Netflix. Can you just save it for noon?
Well, for Paul's neighbor's literally like right on the other side of drywall. Mine's like way far
Oh,
away.
yeah.
So
Did you hear that rev up?
yeah.
This is nuts.
Did you talk to him for real?
Yeah, I just went and be like, Don, dude, like, I'm just doing some work in here. It's 20 to 9 at night. What are you doing?
It still sounds like he's going. He's like mowing the lawn.
He said he's got a couple more seconds.
Oh, okay.
And I will give him the benefit. I cannot believe. I'm not kidding. He's been trying to start this for weeks, but he once spent a whole day on it, and nothing happened. Literally nothing. This is the first time he's fired it up.
Well, I think you just ruined his night then. Like, he's been working so hard on this.
Come
No,
on,
but it
Paul,
worked.
get
It
your
works.
act together.
It works now.
Dad?
I think he's done. Hold on.
Paul got a nickname during the race. It was Team Mom, so his new name is Mom.
So, Josh, this is just your name. This is just your nickname that you've given me.
Yeah, I'm sticking. I'm
It's not.
sticking with
Oh,
it.
everyone was calling him it. It's like, no, it's just Josh. But I actually found a new nickname for Josh, Shane, which you might really
Ned Flanders. Heidi ho, neighbors. How
enjoy.
you
Josh
doing?
is Ned Flanders. Isn't he?
You know what? You've got to grow the mustache. It will be
Okay, I'll do it.
perfect.
Dude, I will fully embrace Ned. I love Ned Flanders.
This is brilliant.
Oakley dokley.
Oakley dokley, Heidi ho.
Okay, right. Back in now that the neighbours stopped. Brian Vaughan, he cut it. Did we have anything more to say on that matter?
Yeah, so he cut his chain 5 lengths too short. Have you guys ever cut your chain like that short
Oh yeah,
before?
No.
yeah. I've been there many moons ago.
But he remedied it. He remedied it with quick links.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
no!
So he put in enough quick links to make
No way. There's no way he
For
did that.
5
Because
links.
that
No,
was
he-
the same
no,
cost
he-
as a new chain.
Yeah, he probably did 2 quick links instead of 1 to add
Yeah.
like a 4 extra chains, which he says it shifts terribly, but the length is right. Oh, I'm sorry, Brian.
Oh man.
No, what a nightmare. Hey, do you know there's actually no difference between cheap chains or expensive chains in terms of weight? Like, you know the hollow pin chains?
What about where?
the non-
Now, Paul, are you sure you want to make that bold statement on this podcast?
I do, because I've legitimately weighed it. So the ones with holes in it, they're only 4 grams lighter.
It's not about the weight though. It's about the like durability and
Yep.
and performance.
But what is the difference?
Durability and performance.
The hollow pins are stiffer.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much stiffer?
I flexed them with my fingers.
Okay. Anyway, moving
Yeah.
on before we get into this.
Paul,
rabbit
Paul,
hole.
you need to go watch what is it, Grand Tour, where Jeremy Clarkson talks about he has lawyers around him while he's talking about Tesla, so he doesn't get sued again. That's what you need, Paul.
I haven't seen Grand Tour because, I mean, when they left Top Gear, it kind of just got a bit ridiculous. I watched a couple of episodes and it wasn't as good.
Oh, it's gotten back. I wouldn't say it's gotten back to the glory of what it was, but it's good. It's good. It's worth watching.
Okay.
All right, our last Joey of the Week nomination.
Hold on. He's fucking at it.
This is the best day of my life. I've been working so hard for this.
Okay, go again, Shane.
Oh, our last Joey of the Week nomination from listeners from MTB Alandon. Alandon?
No. It's MTB Allen.
Oh.
It's
It's
Aladdin.
just that you've... What? It's not. It's MTB Allen.
MTB Allen?
That you've... It must be, because we already had an MTB Allen comment from her.
There's an MTB Allen, but there's an Alandon.
Yeah, MTB Allen is my bro. So this is MTB Aladdin. I'm just filling in letters where it needs to
His strange. He was on one of his local trails, and there was a group of people that were just sitting there. He rolled up on them, and there were cows on this trail, which apparently is common.
Hold on. Sorry, he's at it again.
Paul.
During the
it's okay.
Joey of the Week segment.
It's 8:45.
So it is Allendon. It is like, it's not MTB Allen. This is somebody else.
Is it Allendon or Alandin? Or Alandin? Where do we put that accent?
I'm not actually signed in as anything. Let me have a look.
Oh gosh.
I think when there's no accent applied, it always goes to the second to last vowel, right? Or second to last. So Alandin.
Let's check. Let's go and check this.
I like that name.
He's okay. Right, he must be done by now, surely.
Must be done. The babies are trying to sleep.
Yeah. Let me go and have a look. MTB. Oh,
Paul,
oh
I
my
see
god!
it.
It's completely a Landon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wrong. Wow. Okay. MTB
You're giving me. So maybe we could call him MTB Allen Din.
Okay, and then take it away.
All right. MTB Alandin, his Joey of the Week nomination. He was riding on one of his local trails. There's always cows on this local trail because it's called Saalbach Hinterglim. I don't know how you say that. Close enough.
Very close. Saalbach Hinterglim.
Oh, okay, perfect. A lot of cows. He came up on a group of people that had been sitting there forever because they're like, there's cows on the trail, all scared of him. And he just rode by and gave the cow a nice butt slap. And I guess he's nominating them as the Joeys of the Week because they probably sat there forever, scared of the cows. I will say, though, I have ridden up on a cow, and like the first time I did, it scared the crap out of me. They're
Really?
They can charge.
they're large.
And take you down.
Yeah, they can, but not as much as like any other animal, I feel like.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, there have been. Now I come from the UK where we have a lot of cows everywhere. And there, honestly, were stories all the time of people just like walking their dogs, then all of a sudden the cows would just charge all over, and they're not going to stop. They just plow people down. It's pretty nuts.
That takes me back to BK's video of the yak charging him.
Oh yeah.
Freaking scary. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you're going to have to dig the interwebs. So,
Now, who are we going to... Let's do our Joeys of the Week.
well, let's pick a winner for the listener nominations. What do you think about that?
Point. Good point.
Oh, good. Great point.
Yeah.
It's got to be Brian Vaughan.
Yep.
I was going to say
Brian
Brian
Vaughan.
Vaughn. Yeah.
Brian.
Hey.
Congratulations, Brian.
Unanimous. Brian Vaughan. That is pretty Joey of you. Okay, so Paul, do you have anything you did this week that was Joey-esque, or should we go with you last? Because I'm sure it's you.
It's
I mean,
Paul.
I don't know. Like, I don't know where to begin. Like, what did I do a couple times? So I did Shane. You won't believe this.
Oh my gosh,
Hold on,
Paul,
just wait,
you have
Josh.
so many.
But I don't know which. Like, because really, it's just like there's nothing. I'm trying to think of all things I can say that won't ruin what happened at the Enduro for Shane.
Well, so I don't have any Joey of the Week moments, so this can focus on you. Let's just
Okay,
bring the focus.
It's
Let's
not
get
just
mine.
me, Shane.
Let's
It's not just me. Don't worry.
Yeah, let's get mine out of the way. Paul, nominate me for Joy of the Week. You can do it very easily.
What did you? Oh, you didn't bring a jacket for the second time when it was raining.
So
Like, this is the second time, and he knew it was going to rain. We talked about it all the time that it was going to rain, and he still didn't bring a jacket.
So
to
I will
rain.
call this the almost Joey of the Week because I did not bring a jacket, which is very Joey. I decided, you know what? I'm going to put my long sleeve jersey over my short sleeve jersey. And then at the top of stage 2, which was the first stage of the day, I explained to somebody, yeah, I'm wearing 2 jerseys, a short sleeve and a long sleeve. And he goes, that's the ticket for the day, man. I think you're onto something. And I went, yes! He's redeemed my Joey-ness in that one comment. So I will say almost Joey of the Week.
How did you feel when we got to the top of stage 4?
Oh my gosh.
On the chairlift.
Wear what I wore in the rain on a ski lift and you will be miserable. It was so bad. It was bad.
I heard from Eric that you were just like holding yourself, just shivering, going, "Oh my god!"
I literally wanted to sit next to Nick so I could cuddle him, but instead I got the twig of a man named Eric, and so I cuddled.
So
it was cool.
tell me, how did you forget a jacket though?
Because I thought it was gonna be warm enough, and I did not forget a jacket. I have natural insulation. A select few people.
No. Not even your natural insulation can save you when you're 1,200 meters up.
No,
a
it
mountain.
was cold. So that I would call that a pseudo Joey of the week. The next moment
also,
that was very Joey for myself was I forgot my lift ticket on the first day. So I went to Whistler, forgot my lift ticket, had to go to guest services and wait in the line of shame, along with my friend who's a Joey, Brian, aka BKXC, and we had to get our lift tickets reprinted, which is pretty Joey.
But in some ways, that was kind of good because during that time, I was able to do all the bike faffing that I wanted to do, and it was like I was like, I'm ready to go, and Josh went, I'm here. I was like, oh, perfect timing. What did I do? So Sheyn, I actually did you, and I went up a gondola with only one glove.
Ah.
Which
What?
was
Did you lose that glove because of a sort of accident trailside
no, I just left it in the truck.
in your pants?
It was not a PRD mishap, if that's what you're
Oh no. No, it wasn't like that at all. No, I was just, and I even put my hand in my pocket and went, oh, I have my gloves. But obviously I just touched one of the gloves.
Did you go back to get your gloves?
Only for just before we did the top of the world, which the video is out tomorrow. Oh no, the practice is already out.
Oh, so it was for practice.
Yeah, it wasn't for the race.
Yeah, you don't need gloves for practice. You can go MJ
Actually,
style.
I rode better without my gloves on. That was the funniest thing.
You know, no knee pads and no gloves is like the most freeing feeling until you crash.
Nope.
Yeah, that's true.
Until you
Hey,
crash.
Paul, we
what
forgot
else?
another Joey moment of mine.
Oh, what did you do?
At the top of the third stage, I left my hip pack. I took it off to relax and then forgot it when I dropped in.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so
That is true.
it just had a tool and some snacks, but I had forgotten it and then went to the Lost and Found after the race, and it was still not there, so it is gone. Forever.
Oh,
But
sad.
the funny thing is, at what point did you lose your hip pack with your snacks in it?
Right before we went to the snack station.
Just before we went to the station.
Hey, that's brilliant. I mean, that's fine.
Think about that.
All right, time for the ultimate nomination. The person who will guaranteed win Joey of the Week is Paul Haysom.
Okay, hold up. There's gonna be some spoilers in here, right?
Now, there are 6 stages in the EWS 100. I'm going to spoil through stage 2, which is okay.
That's fine.
Is it just that I struggled down stage 2?
No, Paul, it is not that you struggled down stage 2.
That's what I was like. I mean, that's not really a Joey move.
No. Everyone listening, for months, Paul Haysom. All right, everyone, the EWS 100 is coming and I'm going to annihilate you. Let me remind you, it is 1 month after the BC bike race, and a month after is when your full endurance kicks in, and I will destroy all of you. 3 weeks before, I'm going to annihilate you. You better come ready. 2 weeks before, oh, guys, this looks like it might be a little interesting. 1 week before, oh, I don't know how I feel. I might not finish it. The day of, I'm just going to run the entire race. Literally, Paul signs up for an EWS 100, does amazing on the first day, and then proceeds on the first stage of day 2. He decides, you know what? I would rather run down an entire... Basically, Paul, you did not run down the entire thing, but you basically ran down the entire thing.
I basically did, yeah. I basically did.
And so the Joey move is to think that you are ready and prepared for an EWS race, and then you talk smack to all of your friends, and then proceed to run down the trail instead of attempt to ride your bike. I cannot think of a more Joey situation.
Okay, tell me you got video. I need POV of this run.
Oh, yeah, it's coming out on Sunday.
Double black run. Double black EWS run.
Double black
If you
run.
just type in trail running, it'll be the same
I told you
thing.
I was going to take up trail running. This is it. It was official.
It's a new niche.
Yeah. No, it's I don't think I ever said I was going to annihilate everyone. I said like I will be as fit as I can be. It might outweigh my lack of skill. I think that's reasonable.
Paul, you were talking like you were the king of the mountain and nobody could take you down.
If this was a reality show, we would cut back to all of the clips of Paul saying...
Yeah. I mean, if you can find those clips, then suck it up. But,
So tell me, all this running, were you in your clip-in shoes and just sliding around everything with your...
I mean, these clips aren't that bad. But, I mean, needless to say, it was pretty wet and it was very steep. So I didn't have the best time. And I put in some walking, but, like, I have to keep the video down to a reasonable level, right?
Tell me you slid down on your butt on something.
No, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't do the butt slide. No butt slide was done. Someone did do butt sliding though, but it was not me.
Oh, the trail we were on would it would allow for butt sliding. It was that intense.
But like, I also was very aware that I had to let people by. That was like my first number one concern. It was making sure that I was not going to get in the way of anyone. Like, I didn't really care. I think, like, as I said before, I did think I was like, I'm gonna finish last. And I said a while ago, I'm not prepared. My fitness was, but my riding skill was not. And then I have this trip to Switzerland coming up, which I've said is like number one priority. So I took zero risks, Shane. I made lots of self-employed business decisions, as RC would say.
I can relate to that. I make business decisions all the time, but I almost think that running down a double black trail is more dangerous than rolling down on wheels.
And I agree full-heartedly, and that's why I am being so gracious to Paul. I do not want to belabor a point, but I do think, without a doubt, he deserves the Joey of the Week for his stunts during this race. During stage 2.
Okay, sure thing. So,
I love it.
Oh no! Wait, what was our clickbait gonna? How
Clickbait.
long have we been talking for?
The clickbait is the EWS race, your guys' race, right?
No, because we can't really talk about it yet.
Ooh.
We should.
No, we can't. We can't ruin everything. Hey, when your video's coming out? You've already put up your first stage.
Yeah, my second video. I'm gonna make 3 videos. I decided. So my next video. Will my next one will come out probably on Thursday.
And then the final one, Sunday.
Probably Sunday or Monday. Yeah.
Sunday would be great because that's when I'm putting out my conclusion. That would be cool.
Yeah.
And then Shane can enjoy both.
What's that?
You can enjoy both, Shane. You can enjoy both videos at the same time.
I can't get enough of these race videos. It's like
It's pretty fun.
I get so annoyed of so much POV. You know, there's so much POV, but then it's like, hey, if it's POV and you're in a race, it's just so different. I love it.
That is literally, like, multiple people have commented to me, like, I'm tired of POV, but I watched yours, Josh, and I was hooked in because you were racing.
Yeah.
I was like, awesome. Cool.
Yeah, it's because the POV has a purpose. Yeah, I think that's what everyone actually has to remember. Like, just don't go out and film something for the sake of it, or film a trail. Like, have some purpose, have some reasoning behind what you're filming.
And this is not a spoiler, because I don't think it's a spoiler, but
Josh.
it was very wet when we were all racing, and therefore a lot of the footage it's pretty bad because it was so wet. So you'll see as much as you can, but Paul, we should talk after we finish this podcast because there's a couple of stages that are gone in my video.
Are you serious? Do you want me to? I actually got away with it pretty well. Maybe because I was going slow and I was very conscious about the thumb wipe.
I did not want to say anything, but that's what I would say in response. So yes, I'm happy for you because one stage of mine in particular is gone.
Just full on mud.
Must be stage 5.
No, it was not.
Stage 4?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you must have been too pinned.
Mine
wasn't great. Mine wasn't great, but there were definitely a couple of points where I was like, give it the wipe. But I had a nightmare down that one anyway. But we'll talk about that. Actually, I've done some side-by-side comparisons and I found something very interesting. But
interesting.
We'll talk about that at another time.
I already know what this is about, but anyway, moving on.
I'm so drawn in. I just want to know everything, you guys.
So that's where our bikes took us because we've been racing the EWS 100, myself and Josh.
Up at Whistler, because I don't know if we said that yet.
I don't know if me and Josh talk about Whistler enough on this podcast.
Yeah.
What's Whistler?
It was arguably, and Paul, correct me if I'm wrong, it was arguably one of the hardest EWS races that will take place this year.
I mean, we can't for sure say that.
Correct.
So, and I think the conditions were hard for us. I didn't really hear many pros complaining about the conditions.
Those dang
So
pros.
there will be somewhere like some sort of French Swiss jank that's just insane, and that's what will be the hardest.
Well, they had to go down after you guys demolished those trails, right?
Well, actually, I've seen some POVs of like Jesse, and it looks like the trails dried up and got better because they were sodden when we rode them.
It was bad when we rode them.
Yeah.
Now, Jesse's footage, was that him with like a broken ankle and broken hand?
Oh, he had a broken.
Yeah.
He has a broken hand.
Oh.
And he said, "Oh, I rolled down," but he actually finished third overall on stage 3.
That's
with a broken
crazy.
Hand.
In like top 10 or 20 overall, right?
No, he was pretty far down. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. But yeah, so that's where me and Josh have been riding. We've already talked about that enough. Sheyn.
My riding as a dad has been watching Patreon cuts of Whistler Racing and your videos of Whistler Racing. I did manage to get out once. It was just a solo ride, kind of a la-la ride. I actually ran into like this whole school of little kids that were like maybe
How could you miss it? It's
6, 7. There was like 8 kids. They're like, "Hey, are you the crashing dad?" And I thought it was pretty fun. I gave them stickers, and then like as I was doing it, and they were all like, "Oh, you're the crashing dad." I was thinking, I was like, I probably should not swear as much as I do in my videos. And like the parents, the mom was like hovering over, like, who is this guy in his 30s that my children are approaching?
Drawn to.
Yeah.
Is he going to give him candy in his van?
I know. So that I just did one ride. It was really fun running into the little shredders, the little fans, and then I was going to ride, but I ended up selling my bike, so I had to go drive and meet a guy to sell a bike.
A
Because
Joey move, selling a bike. Hold on.
yes,
You only sell a bike if you're going to get a new/old one.
I'm going to get a new
Wait
bike.
a minute, Josh. Does that mean there's going to be a new bike day coming?
Dun dun dun.
Pretty soon, new bike day will be coming soon. I'm actually going to outer.
Wait.
What?
Wait. This is like perfect, guys. This is perfect podcast clickbait.
Oh,
It's like we're not telling our listeners as they're listening now that this is how we figure out our clickbait.
Shut up. I'll definitely cut this out. Okay. So, new bike, Sheyn? New bike?
Yeah,
This could be the perfect clickbait.
possibly. I'm going to outer bike in Crested Butte this weekend to go test a bunch of bikes and decide which one I want.
Do you have any preconceived notions of which bike you're going to get before you go?
You know, I know that I'm very comfortable on a certain brand of bike, and I'm kind of leaning towards that. And
All right,
Scott.
All right, Paul. No, we all know she's
NS.
going to buy an NS. Thank you,
And
Paul. This actually brings up our clickbait because Paul, you and I did not talk about this, but it was brought up, and I think it's an interesting topic.
Yes.
New bike day, the
Yes.
best day ever, or the worst day ever?
what?
Great clickbait. Is new bike day actually any good? What do you reckon, guys?
And I would argue that new bike day is the worst day ever.
Because you're starting from scratch?
Yes.
Yeah, you don't have a clue what's going on unless your bikes are very, very similar. But that's probably
Yeah.
not the case for most people, I'd imagine.
And I would argue that the thrill of getting a new bike jades you and makes you think it's the best day ever, but in actuality, you have to reset all of your suspension on your rear and your front, suspension.
Yeah.
You have to get used to the different
suspension.
feel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a hardtail. Yeah.
You gotta get
exactly.
your bar. You gotta get your handlebar roll right. You gotta get your brakes in the right position.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
the gear shifter. What if? Oh, there's probably cable stretch because it's a new thing, so your gears mess up on that first ride.
You know,
Maybe
I'm always
pivot bolt comes loose.
Oh, yeah.
Likely.
I'm always worried about, like, am I prepared before new bike day? Do I have the frame wrap or the frame protection? Do I have because they never come tubeless. Do I have the stuff to like get rid of tubeless? Do I have my cockpit components that I need? Right? Like, there's so many things. Do I have the booties for cranks? You know. And then if you get your new bike day before you're prepared for all of that, like, you can't ride a new bike if you haven't frame wrapped it up. You don't want to go stretching.
Very true.
It sounds like you're speaking from personal experience. Anyway,
Yes.
but yeah, I would argue that as you keep looking over your right shoulder, I would argue that.
Oh my God, Shane, this is on video.
Can you see anything? Can you see something?
I would
argue-
have our Joey of the week.
Joey of next week.
I would argue. Calm down, Haysom. Calm down.
He tilts the camera. Amazing. That's just incredible. Oh, I'm trying to keep it secret, guys. We're like an hour into this thing.
It's okay. There's only like 300 people that are listening / watching.
There you go.
Anyway, everyone, I would argue that we all think New Bike Day is the best, and therefore our brain is telling us it's the best, when in actuality it's not fun, but we just get over it.
That's true. But I think the new bike day, but before you actually ride it, is the special bit. That's what I would say. Because I love
that's
it
fair.
when it's just like, I mean, my ransom is like the exact opposite of new bike day right now. It's the
Covered.
muddiest thing in the world. But like when that thing was fresh and the tires were all like shiny black and everything was just so new, I was just like, I would sit in here and just marvel at it. It's so enjoyable. Just I think that's the fun bit though, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think so.
it's the dreaming of what it like. New Bike Day like makes you dream about like, oh, there's this feature I've never done, or I used to get so tired, but now with this new bike, none of that's gonna happen, right?
And
It's like,
always true.
yeah, and then you ride it and realize, oh my gosh, I'm the same person I was, except I thought I was better than I was. I love it.
Also, as a YouTuber, it's daunting because you're like, oh, how do I format this video to say, hey, it's New Bike Day, or how do I live up to Bobo's epic New Bike Day that no one will ever live up to?
Again, Shane, it feels like you're speaking from like very, very recent experience. It's just hypothetical.
Perhaps so recent, it's current. Hold on, Shane.
Oh, pause.
I think we're gonna need to address an elephant in the room here.
Or better said,
Wait, hold on.
a new bike in the room.
Wait, new Jerry moment. My headphones just ran out of power.
Oh god.
He can't hear us.
No,
You know-
I can.
Oh,
Wait.
I was gonna say, if he can't hear us, let's go at it.
No, I
since
can hear you.
Paul can't hear me, I'll tell everybody he smells like fresh biscuits in an English morning.
Aw.
That's
compliment.
That's a bad thing.
Let me give me a sec here.
He smells like warm tea and regret.
Regret. I think he smells like a trail runner
that
now. A trail
Paul?
trail runner in carbon shoes.
So annoying.
Oh, he can't hear us. He smells like dog doo-doo mixed with remorse and fulfillment.
On the dropper sack. I need to see this dropper sack.
Don't worry. Now I'm back in. Now I can hear you all.
Oh, good. We didn't say anything about you smelling like dog doo-doo and remorse.
Nothing.
How did you know?
And regrets.
Remember, Paul, we can't see you.
Yeah.
So.
And you
I know,
don't
I'm
need to
trying
edit
elicit
this.
I'm trying to elicit some sort of quietness. But anyway, that'll be fine. Whatever.
You don't need to edit this. We just bantered right on through, man.
Okay, no, but you do because it was coming out and it was being picked up in my microphone. That's why we wear headphones. I see. Okay, so yeah, should we just end it?
I mean, Paul, you were about to say, Shane, you feel like you should address the elephant in the room, dare I say, new bike in the room.
You know that there's only like
what I was going to say is you just said that Bobo's was the best new bike day ever. However, I have a comment on one of my videos from you saying this is the most epic new bike day video ever.
Oh, you know, I say that to everybody
Hughes,
on
monsieur.
their new
Jack
bike day
Hughes.
videos.
Oh, great.
Well,
Thanks
guess
so
what,
much.
everybody? I actually am in the midst of a new bike day video that will be coming to you shortly, believe it or not.
Oh.
Did you check your last new bike day video comments from me telling you it was the most epic new bike day video?
Now, I think you said, this is mediocre. Have you seen Paul's? That's what your comments said.
Paul's was
Makes
pretty
more
good.
sense. That makes
But
more sense.
legit, I do have a new bike coming, so you will see.
Okay.
I bet it's an NS.
Where is it? Where is it? Here we go. I'm literally going to go and find the comment. Because I know it was there. I know you did it.
I don't remember your new bike day video. I remember Bobo's.
Listen. This was the best new bike
Paul,
day video
I swear,
since Bobo's.
I swear,
Dude,
if you-
friggin' love this.
Oh, since
Congrats on the
Bobo.
new bikes.
Paul, I swear if you cut that out where Shane said, all I remember is Bobo's, then you're lying to yourself.
Oh, is yours the perfect Whistler mountain bike build?
Yeah,
Okay,
that one.
yeah, that one was pretty freaking awesome. I will.
No, don't tell Paul he did well. We have to act like he's a mediocre YouTuber.
Oh, yeah,
Leave it
Paul.
alone.
I was just janking your yank.
Always janking. So, I guess that's enough clickbait.
Yep.
New bike day. It's kind of okay, but it's not that great. Cool.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh my God, Shane! Well, and on that bombshell, how are we going to end this? How are we going to end this podcast?
That's it.
That's it. Bye, guys.